As you guys have seen from the title, we are back ranking more harem shows today. So without wasting any unnecessary time, I present you top 10 harem anime you should watch. I've tried my best to keep the list fresh and also tried avoiding mainstream shows. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also hit that notification bell so that you can stay updated whenever I upload a new video. Now sit back, relax and enjoy the video. Let's start our list with Val X Love. Legendary female warriors, known as Valkyries, are sent to protect Earth against the growing threat of demons. They have to level up by performing a variety of romantic acts with their official lover. Our protagonist, who's a socially anxious person, learns that Odin has chosen him as the Valkyries' lover. Despite his anxiety, he agrees to let the warriors stay in his big house to help them in their war against demons. Well, to be honest, storyline is pretty average and I wouldn't recommend you to take it seriously. Definitely a laid-back show that you watch only for the entertainment. So if you're into fan service and ecchi shows, then you should definitely give it a try. In 9th place, we have Stray Cats Overrun. Our protagonist is a high school student who attends the Umenomori Private Academy alongside his childhood friend. He also works at the cake shop of his older sister. One day his sister brings a runaway girl named Nozomi. Apparently her hair and mannerisms resemble that of a cat. Now his ordinary days are transformed into chaos. He tries to unravel who this mysterious beauty is and what she's running away from. In my opinion, it's a pretty decent school harem comedy show. So if you're into fan service and comedy, then you would love this anime. The only thing I didn't like about the show is there's not enough development of the characters. In 8th place, we have Blessing of the Campanella. The story takes place in a trading city named Urteria. Our protagonist is an item engineer belonging to an adventurer guild called Oasis. One night he sees a meteor stream on the rooftop and one meteor hits the steeple of the chapel. And there he finds a secret room and a sleeping girl. The girl wakes up and calls him her father. This fateful encounter starts his unexpected adventure. Well, this is definitely not a groundbreaking show, but they did really well in setting up its fantasy premise. Also, the characters are decent. I recommend you to give 1 to episodes a try and then decide it for yourself. Definitely a decent show to watch and spend some free time. In 7th place, we have Oniai. Our protagonist and his sister were forced to live with separate families for 6 years, but now they have finally reunited and begin to live together. But when 3 more girls move into their apartment, her hopes of living alone with her brother vanish. Moreover, these girls also like him in one way or another, making it even more difficult for her to gain her brother's undivided attention. In my opinion, if you want to smile, laugh, have fun, or just want to take a break from your stressful life, then you should definitely give it a try. This show is just intriguing when it comes to characters. Overall, it's a decent show if you're seeking comedy elements. Moving on, we have Samurai Girls. In a world where Japan's security rests in the hands of superpowered samurai and their masters, our protagonist arrives at Buu Academy in order to serve as head of the school's dojo. However, everything changes when a strange girl falls from the sky with the power of a master samurai and no memory. He must learn the secret behind the master samurai and the event that awakened her power. I personally love the unusual art style of the show. Overall, if you're looking for a harem show with added touch of action, you are going to love this one. It's a decent show to enjoy and have some good time. Coming at the 5th place, we have Akiken. Our protagonist is a perverted 16-year-old boy who never had a girlfriend. One night after a refreshing shower, he decides to have a drink and opens up a can of melon soda. His first sip turns into his first kiss, as the can suddenly transforms into a cute girl. He quickly learns that Akiken is created to fight other Akiken to determine what kind of container is better. To be honest, this anime is seriously hilarious. The element of a juice can turning into a girl is quite random as well. Yes, it's a silly show with an absurd premise, but you can't miss the fact that it's dang funny. So if you are seeking some funny show, I'll recommend you to try this. In 4th place, we have Anti-Magic Academy. The story takes place in a world where witches run havoc. The military decides to shift from using swords to utilizing guns to neutralize magical threats. However, our protagonist can't use guns, so he continues to fight with a sword. He gets assigned to a lower rank 35th platoon. Everything changes when an elite pistol master joins the platoon. This eclectic group has a long way to go if they wish to succeed and climb the ranks at the Anti-Magic Academy. I guess one of the good things about this show is how they highlight darker portion of the story. Overall, it's a well-paced action drama anime with added touch of harem elements. Coming at the 3rd place, we have Brynhildr in the Darkness. When he was a child, our protagonist was infatuated with a girl named Kuromiko. She insisted on knowing about aliens, but sadly no one believed her. One day, she decides to show him the aliens, but she dies due to an accident, and he is left seriously wounded in the hospital. Years go by and he gets obsessed in finding the proof about aliens. However, things take turn when a new transfer student comes to his class, and apparently she looks exactly like his late friend. Let's clear one thing. It's not pure harem by heart, but it does have some elements. Overall, it's a pretty decent show if you love serious elements and don't mind little fan service. Coming at the 2nd place, we have Our protagonist is a high school student, and he's hiding a big secret of being a masochist. He asks help from the voluntary club with his problem, but soon he finds out all the members of the club have some serious issues. Together with all the troubled members, they try to learn the importance of acceptance and kindness. I feel it's a very enjoyable show. Story is refreshing, humor is great. If you're looking for something funny and not too serious, then it's a perfect pick for you. Definitely an underrated show, in my opinion, and people should shower it with more love. In 1st place, we have Drift Off to Blue Orchid Island. Our protagonist decides to run away from his home because of the fight he had with his old man. He boards a ship thinking to take a vacation, but the ship is suddenly hit by a huge storm. When he regains consciousness, he realizes he is still alive on some random island. An isolated island with nothing but girls. Well, talk about every guy's fantasy. Anyway, this anime does an amazing job in comedy department. Not to forget the harem and the fantasy elements add more points to the overall enjoyment. I feel you should definitely give it a try. Don't discard it because of the old animation. You'll definitely love this anime.